Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand finals of the Team Liquid Legacy Star League. It is finally here after 3 months of play, 3 months of awesome Brood War.
Wow.
We are now in the finals.
Yeah, it really doesn't feel like 3 months, does it? I mean, I haven't really even been counting. I've just kind of been taking it weekend by weekend, but I can't believe how long we've been doing this already. I can't believe it's about to come to a close. The first TLS, absolutely historic moment. It's pretty amazing.
Historic is the exact word for it.
Yeah.
That is absolutely right. Our first season out, and remember, don't forget, it's not just this one season. That's why it's called a season, because we're gonna have multiple seasons. At least 2 more regular seasons, plus a big championship at the end. So plenty more Brood War action to come, but first we must conclude the first chapter, just like it said in the intro.
We must indeed. Before we do that though, I would like Sale to give a sponsor shout out, because of course we do have our lovely sponsors for this tournament who provide prize pool coverage, that kind of thing. So Sale, if you would like to do the honors.
Well, we've got Razer, the awesome gaming peripheral company, providing us with our headsets. I've also purchased a Razer mouse and keyboard. I think Elegant has as well, because they're actually pretty sweet. And Liquid Red uses this mouse, so of course I'm going to get it.
Obviously.
And of course Twitch TV, our lovely streaming service, has also sponsored us. And you're of course all watching on Twitch TV, so it's pretty easy to support them.
Yeah, well done,
that's fantastic. And last but definitely not least, Team Liquid themselves are so awesome, putting on the show. Look, I'm so happy. Look, by the way, I forgot to mention this. I was going to talk about this at the beginning of the cast. My TL sweater arrived today, my hoodie. Yes, look at that. Look. Oh, I'm actually, you know, like on the front page where it's like you can buy the sweater and it has like the sweater over the TL shirt. Look, I'm doing exactly that. I'm like the mannequin. Look, I'm like the TL mannequin right now. It's sick. It's amazing. Now, I went outside with this shirt. I was like instantly surrounded by ladies. Like the girls would just not stop hitting on me. I actually had to warp in a bunch of zealots to do like crowd control because there was just so many girls. It was crazy, I tell you.
Yeah, no, that's the way it works. So make sure you get your TL hoodies, because you know you'd be more like Sale, and it'd just be generally cooler. Sale's got the full fanboy. It's brilliant.
Oh man. So, anyways, the finals. The finals. It's gonna be Sziky versus Michael, and we have 2 new maps as well, Elkin, because it's a best of 7 this time. It's not a best of 5. It's a best of 7.
We do! Of course. Wow, exciting times.
So we have added to the map pool Neo Bloody Ridge and Neo Aztec. That's the one. Every map name starts with Neo. I was just thinking, I was like, this is actually really confusing. But yes,
I know.
Neo Bloody Ridge and Neo Aztec.
Yeah, everything just was kind of a rehash of previous maps, which is kind of strange. But yeah, we're going to see a little bit of extra variety, although unfortunately it doesn't make too much of a difference, because of course the final is Zerg v Zerg, so you can throw in all the interesting maps that you like, and it doesn't usually make too much of an odds, of course depending on kind of spawn distances, that kind of thing, and scouting patterns and whatnot, but not too much of a difference in terms of terrain. But yeah, it is going to be a magnificent matchup. Sziky against Michael, going to be super exciting. Now this is the question I've been asking myself all day. How can Michael cheese to a win in Zerg Zerg? How is it possible?
That's what I'm thinking, man. I really cannot think. The only legitimate cheese I can think of is like a 9-hatch Zergling all in. Like that's kind of cheesy. But other than that, okay, you got 4 pools, you got your 5 pools. I don't think they're particularly effective in ZVZ.
No, not hugely.
You kind of actually have to Sunken Rush when you're doing it as well. But even then, it's like...
Which is pretty cheesy.
Yeah, it's good. Cheesy. You could definitely do it. Definitely could. Especially on this first map, Bloody Ridge. Because, unlike all the other maps we've used so far, this is a 2-player map. So you, of course, know your opponent's spawn before you scout them.
You do indeed. So yeah, that really does lend itself to kind of rush-based strategies, because you can scout quickly, you can get there quickly, just take some of the guesswork out of it. So if Michael's going to cheese, I think he's going to cheese on this map. And in Game 1 as well.
Well, Game 1 might be the time to do it, but I think we've babbled on enough, Elegant. I can see the chat getting impatient. They want the games, so who are we to deny them? Let's go into game number 1.
Let's go for it.
here we are in game number 1. Hawaiian Pig has been ejected from the beginning. Like, it was too epic that he couldn't actually handle it. Oh my god, he was actually the second observer here. Wow, in our finals. Alright,
oh,
craziness.
and Tupacalypse still here.
Why would they get rid of H-Pig and not Tupacalypse? Anyway, at the bottom left, as the yellow Zerg, we have the Cheese King, Michael. And at the top right, the undisputed #1 foreigner, Sziky.
Yeah, and this is going to be fascinating. I mean, Michael has the chance to dethrone Sziky. He has the chance in front of all these lovely people to show that he's better than Sziky, that he can take him on in a best of 7. Although I'm a little bit worried that even if he does win, people are going to say, oh, ZVZ, a little bit coin flippy. But no, if you can beat Sziky, his win rate overall is something ridiculous, like 80%, something absolutely crazy like that. So if you can beat Sziky, it doesn't matter what matchup, doesn't matter if it's Zerg v Zerg, doesn't matter if you cheese, you this, that, or the other. If you win, then you've earned it. A little bit of pause.
Tupac is gone, ejected.
See that coming.
Get out the game. Alright, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good. We're back to normal. Back to normal. But yeah, I mean, the best description I've heard of it, actually, compared to the other matchups, is ZVZ is like a knife fight, you know? Like, if TVT is like a long, drawn-out chess game, then ZVZ is just quick, dirty, you know, just kind of taking small shots at each other where every little move kind of counts, and it's very kind of quick and dirty, but still very, very exciting. And by the way, speaking of Michael taking down Sziky, oh, it looks like he's going to have 12 hatch versus 12 pool, so he's going to have that advantage. But more importantly, Draw, who is currently #1 on Liquibet by like 2 points, I think, as well,
Yep.
Liquibetted Michael to win. So I'm pretty sure like 99% of people picked Sziky to win, but Draw actually picks Michael. Now, I don't know if that's some kind of sick mind game, or if he like legitimately thinks Michael's going to win this. But it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Wow, yeah, and Draw is always the one with the secret knowledge. Like, he's the best source of secret knowledge.
Yep. He actually just knows everything about everyone. It's a little bit creepy.
He really does. I don't know really how he does it, because you're only allowed 50 people on your friends list. So he must have so many accounts, and he just logs on and off all day, just checking on people, seeing how everyone's doing. Yeah, a bit creepy. But so that's actually really, really interesting. I hadn't noticed that. So wow, if Draw's backing Michael, then you got to see that he has some serious legs in this matchup. Meanwhile, we have some links happening in the top right-hand corner from Mr. Sziky, whereas down in the bottom left-hand corner, we have no spawning pool finished as of yet. That's about to finish for Michael, and this should work out actually fairly well for him. He's going to have his links popping out just around about the right time, and he's going to be slightly ahead on his hatchery as well. So I think this opening is going to favour Michael just a little bit.
Yeah, and the Overlords are now seeing the hatchery timings. I'm sure Michael's very happy about the state of affairs, having, you know, basically gotten the build order advantage here in the opening. 12 hatch against 12 pool. No wait for these links to actually do any damage. I mean, you know, Sziky lings are Sziky lings. They can do insane amounts of damage, but I think Michael probably has the control to actually deal with this. Although now that I look at the natural, the opening to the main is a little bit far off from the actual natural hatchery, so he's got to be a little bit careful, especially if Ziky's gone for link speed first, which indeed he has. So Sziky's link speed is going to be a lot faster than Michael's. Michael's just going to have to play very defensively. He's actually moving out with these things. Oh my god, the 6 links of Sziky were actually hiding on the side, but it looks like Michael does pull back in time. I don't think there's any reason for him to move out of his base, seeing that he has got, you know, this 12 hatch advantage.
Yeah, I really don't think he should at all. It's going to be interesting seeing him defend against an earlier speed. Of course, Sziky's speed finishes now, and Sziky uses this opportunity to go in. He's going to try and get the run by. He will get the run by. All of his links going to get through into Michael's main. Michael's going to have to do some good micro in order not to lose any drones right here. He needs to be able to keep those alive as long as he possibly can. So far, not losing any. Good from Michael. He might be able to catch one link right there. He does manage to. His speed is still a little way off yet, so he's going to have a hard time actually dealing with this efficiently. But Sziky's still unable to get any drones. Now darting back in, getting that drone, but he's lost a fair few of his links for that one kill. So Michael actually not dealing too badly with this so far, and might be able to kind of get away with it without losing too much of his economy, but he's having to stack up his drones quite badly, and he might lose another one. He does lose another one. Sziky not missing a beat right here with his micro as expected, and Michael might lose another drone here as well. Oh, how many is that? That 3 drones in total. This is starting to get a little bit bad for Michael, and now link speed kicks in. Looks like Michael's going to be able to counter-attack, though. He has quite a lot of links going towards Ziky's natural. Those are not enough to break if that sun colony finishes, and Sziky is producing quite a lot of Lings way on top of what Michael's doing right here, but there are lots more Lings coming in from Michael. He's going to keep trying to push this, and he's going to keep hammering.
Oh my god, he's pulling Zyky's Lings away while the rest of his Lings go in here.
Oh.
I don't know why Zyky's running away so far. His natural's completely open. The Sunken might finish, but it doesn't even matter if there's so many Lings here. Oh my god, Michael's pulling back. He needs to trap these Lings. He's trying to trap the Lings outside the natural. He's trying to force the Lings away. He's not letting Zyky go back, although Zyky's going to catch a few Lings for free. But Michael is now the one going for the run by. Sick block though by Zyky, not letting the Lings run into the main. Now Michael forced to engage at the Sunken Colony. Is he going to run in now? He is going to run in after the block is gone. It looks like he might try to engage here at the choke point and try and get a favorable angle, but more reinforcements coming into the back. It looks like Michael's Lings are all going to get taken now. He's got more Lings coming in from the back, but it is not looking good for Michael's Ling attack. He's just now spired his Spire. Zyky's Spire is almost finished here. Michael, I think, is in a lot of trouble.
Michael's in a huge amount of trouble. That was a beautiful block right there from Zyky. Really
GG
from Michael. Zyky takes it 1-0 with some exemplary Zergling control and reading the game very, very nicely from start to finish. Michael is forced to GG out. Very, very nice from Zyky there.
Man, that Ling run by just completely cost Michael. I mean, he even went for Lair before speed, while Sziky went for speed first, and had the faster spawning pool, so his speed was miles ahead of Michael. And it was interesting because when Sziky still had 3 speed Lings in Michael's base, Michael actually just left 3 Lings only to chase them and send the rest of his Lings to counterattack, which if he had speed would be okay, would actually be a good decision, but because he didn't have speed, it allowed Sziky to kill 2 more drones, which was a huge cost there to Michael. So I think he should have just waited a bit longer, waited for his speed to finish before going for the counterattack.